I had another idea for a one-off YouTube video we could do. We could do a teenage equivalent of the Full Monty.
The what? The Full Monty?
The Full Monty.
No clue.
No clue.
Why?
It's where they take their clothes off.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
What?
Hey guys, welcome to another podcast by the 3Ps. I'm Stephen Gardner, with me is Dominic Lennon and Ben Lennon.
Hello.
The topic we've got today is coming up after Ben Lennon tells you the words that me and Don have to say. So, Don, let's go out of the room, and then you've got a few minutes with the audience by yourself. So
Yeah, I know.
say what you like.
I don't need a few minutes.
Remember the words that are banned.
What?
Yeah, no N words or stuff like that.
We can if we want.
You know that.
Okay, whatever. I just need to say the 2 words and then you can come the
I'll
fuck
just
back
shout
up.
this when you're ready.
Yeah, alright. Alright. Okay. So Dom's word is vector. He's got to sneak that in as many times as possible. And Stephen's is carbonated. Alright. Yeah. Alright! You can come back up.
I'm really curious to know what you said
I
that.
said that. It's pretty simple. This is Lala's word is Lala.
Remember, this is meant to be entertaining, so I hope it wasn't too boring.
It might have been. How the hell are you supposed to make that interesting?
I don't know. Hey guys. So, I don't know, whatever.
That's amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you.
It's so engaging.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. What was that? Oh yeah, the Grinch.
Okay, anyway. The topic we've got today is about technology and how it might influence human society in the future. I mean, will it completely make the use of sex redundant technology? Will technology replace workers?
People want to fuck.
Will there be no need to work anymore? Thank you.
Just saying. It's
Okay. Will the need to have children, through the traditional manner, be redundant?
So I'll just do it for fun.
Will human evolution itself change completely? Will we have, designer babies? Will we be able to edit genes to whatever we wish? I mean, it's a very interesting topic, isn't it, guys?
What, Levi's?
What?
Edit jeans to what? Sorry.
Can you edit Levi's?
Well, I don't know, you probably get some custom ones there, maybe.
Ah, what would you
Money.
customise? What would you customise?
Well, you know, the fitting and the
A
fabric.
tailor. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but you know.
A tailor for
custom
jeans.
jeans, but you know, okay.
Fair enough. Just shit excuse for it.
Okay. Right.
Anyway. So what do you think, though?
No,
I mean,
what take are we starting from first?
Well, let's look at the political and economic nature of technology. Because I've read in some papers that the use of technology could make working by humans completely redundant in the future.
Well,
Essentially, we'll make robots that are so advanced that they will, and you'll be able to build them so cheaply.
Isn't that what Stephen Hawking's worried about?
I think he warned that robots could potentially take over the human race.
Yeah.
Like Terminator or something?
Yeah,
like
more Terminator, less of what Steve's talking about, which is just doing the supply line and stuff like that.
Pretty much, yeah. I never really understood that argument, because surely you could just turn the off switch.
Yeah.
There's
I
one
don't know.
switch that turns them all
For
off.
example, say, Dom, you are a robot, and you're going berserk, and you come up to me saying, I'm going to kill you and take over the world. Try it.
Yeah, but where's my off switch?
I'll switch it off.
Where? But I'm not plugged into the wall.
So
I have my own battery pack.
I'll just do this. Off.
I have my own battery pack.
Sure. That's it.
Oh, this robot isn't
My
made
off
like
switch,
that. This
my
robot
off
is
switch
designed
might
to
be
have
on like a little flippy thing down here.
That's not
Good
how
luck
it
going to that
built
flippy thing whilst I'm stabbing you with a knife.
I'll pretend to die and then I'll just crawl.
Alright. My flippy thing's here.
Oh.
Like, in between my legs.
Where's that? In between.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck trying to get up there when you're dying on the floor. Very difficult. You could have, or it could be have its own little door that you open, you know. So perhaps we need to smartly design these things as well, so
Maybe.
you don't end up. So there's an easy kill switch, but I don't know. It's not that kind
What
of.
kind of robot are you? You're like a
What kind
factory
of
sort of
robot?
robot.
There's different
Yeah,
sorts.
you know, just a general worker
What do you
robot that
produce?
you would have. I produced Dead Stevens.
I'm
Well,
being-
that's after I've gone berserk,
No, I
of
don't
course.
think you're taking this podcast seriously.
I produce anything that I'm trained to produce.
Why?
Well, yeah, I just replace a human. I've been taught to. I can learn to do a task, and I can replace a human in that task, and that's it.
But I mean, is that really viable? I mean, could that potentially happen?
That's the kind of AI you've got to be worried about if you want to keep your job.
I thought that the type of AI that we should be worried about is not about how advanced it is, but if it has the capacity to learn.
Yeah, if it has the capacity, that's the kind that will really take jobs because if it can be mass produced, because you can go right. I need you to sew these things, and at first it'll be rubbish, but it'll start to learn. And then it's basically like giving a human the job, because first the human makes can sew about 3 dresses or whatever. But then after about an hour, I don't know how many you can actually sew. But say you
Wow.
can do like a 10, but the AI starts to learn, and it probably will be faster than a human. Won't get ill, works 24/7, etc. Doesn't take a wage.
That's amazing.
Won't take days off.
So what he's saying is, metallic beings could potentially overtake like carbonated beings working in the workplace.
Possibly.
Carbonated.
They probably wouldn't look like us. They would have, and you probably wouldn't design them to look like a human. At the moment, we've got that kind of weird robotics phase where we're like, we want to make them look like they do in sci-fi, but that's not really important.
I mean,
is
they're
it?
really just like
All you need
grabbers, isn't it?
All you needed to do is just do the job, be able to manipulate objects and use those objects to do other things. And all it needs to do is learn on top of that as well. So it doesn't need to look humanoid, it just
No.
needs to operate and learn.
So would you say that the risk then of robots taking over, like a sort of Terminator sort of future, is that likely?
That's
Unlikely?
possible if we start. It's less of a problem if they start doing. If they're all connected, maybe. If they're kind of single units, maybe not. But if they're only worker robots, fine, might be okay.
Yeah.
If they're not worker robots, if you start saying, all right, even if our military is governed by these AIs, that's when you got to worry, because then they can deploy whatever they want.
This is hilarious.
Sorry.
This is the end of the human race potentially, and you're laughing at it. What the fuck?
I'm a sicko, what can I say?
Really?
A sadistic.
What?
Who hates humanity.
Hates humanity.
Hate
What
of
you-
the human race, yes.
Okay.
They're a bit overrated.
A bit overrated.
Ben, do you think
Too
the future...
mainstream.
Do you personally believe in the Terminator sort of future? I mean, I agree with what Dom said.
I think.
I think
Until
it
you
depends
start
on where the
laughing.
position is, isn't it?
I
If you've
don't
got AIs in like the military, then it's a
I
possibility.
don't know if
but-
it'll be that go tits up, but it'll sure be different. Things will change in the next century. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Well, it's definitely viable now. Computers are getting smart enough, and it's probably unavoidable. And specific things like, as I said, neural network. We were talking about one the other day. Neural network development could potentially help computers learn and do pattern recognition really fast. And if we can get them to do it faster, then they get even smarter, and things get even worse for people.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're not my problem. It's your problem, because politicians will have to
That's
deal
typical, isn't
with
it? The
peop-
scientists fuck up.
Well, we just
the world,
create the
and
things.
they ask the politicians to solve it for them.
We just create the things, and you've got to deal
You
with.
damn scientists invent atom bombs, and suddenly the politicians have to be all careful and sneaky about it.
How
Can I borrow some of that water?
from political and.
Oh, fuck's sake.
All right, Ben's trying to
Ooh.
hear you.
Sparkling back our own elderly carbonated water.
We're going to talk about
That's
this.
your word.
What's his word?
That's his word.
Which one?
I don't know, and I know that's his word.
Which one?
It's a sneaky way. I saw him
You have to
smile.
narrow it down to one.
Oh
But
no,
he's
he can't.
not very subtle, is he?
No, he isn't. I'm on to you, Steve. It's elderflower, isn't it?
Do you want to say that officially? If you get it wrong, you lose. If you guess something
He
and you get it right,
hasn't
you
even
win.
started with his word.
Well, that's the risk you got to take. Then, are you gonna risk it or are you gonna?
So he did say his word.
No.
Maybe
Yeah, he did.
more than once.
Sneaky little shit, aren't you? You're a sneaky little shit.
Intense moment.
Yeah, look. Alright, I'm gonna think like Ben. Ben was sitting in the
Well,
room.
so what
and
you
he
do
was
that?
looking-
Me and Ben. I don't know. Do you have any particular views on the robots taking over the world?
Blackberry. It's Blackberry.
Is that your final answer? Oh, elderflower, blackberry.
Well, this is fruits. You really think I'll give him a fruit?
Or is it sparkling?
He's already said it once, twice. So come on.
Are you going to say it or not? We got to go with this podcast.
There's 3 words here. How am I meant to know which one it is?
I don't know.
It's
Are you going to guess or are you going to try and
There's
forget
more than
it?
3.
Or are you trying
Look
to
at
forget?
all the words on here.
Yeah, but I can't remember what he said.
Then you fucked up, and he's got away with it anyway.
And Ben, really?
He did say it though.
Maybe. What did he say? Which one?
Look, let's just keep going. Either you can say it,
Or you can't.
or you try and say your words. I try and say it more times than I might possibly.
But then I can just say a plethora of words now.
Oh,
and-
that doesn't count.
Why not? And then I'll just sneak my word in there, and then you'll be like, "It's one of those words I know, but I have no idea which one."
Well,
it was."
actually, if it's too obvious, I think then.
It's not obvious to you.
Anyway,
Can we get
Dom,
on with it?
we were going to talk about the
Talk
political
about-
implications of robots and the possible and its effect on the economy. You say if you're not concentrating, are you?
No,
You're
I
laughing.
hate you.
Oh, come on! I can say what you're
Just
going to
listen out for what else he
Okay,
says.
yeah. I got
Continue.
until the end of the podcast to choose which one it was anyway. So, if he
Just be
sneaks
patient.
if he sneaks any of them,
You got to get yours as well.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, before I start, Ben, I was reading up about something and I thought you might be interested to hear about it. I thought this could be a new feature. It could be like probably pick up some sort of elements of historic facts. Or
Before we
I'll
talk
tell
about
you.
robots and shit.
Yeah, but we're taking a little bit of a break.
Right.
Ben, I'm going to talk to you about the sexual activity of the British aristocracy.
British aristocracy.
Yes.
Who's that? What is that?
Or do you know dukes, duchesses, earls, marquises,
Those people. Yeah.
those people, the aristocracy. I'm going to talk to you about
The
the
monarchy.
sexual activities
Well, why do you care about the sexual activities of them? It's
because
very specific.
I don't know if you knew this, Ben, but it is renowned. The British nobility is renowned for their extreme sexualness. They have sex with
Their
a
libido.
lot of people.
Their libido.
They're what?
They're constantly fucking. Not they're just horny all the time.
You could say so. Well, the thing is,
Who, the
historically,
girls or the what? Is that like the monarchy, the royal family?
royal family and anyone who's got royal blood in them. You know, who's got a title.
Who thinks they are?
Dukes,
Who's all-
duchesses,
really just the
what's it
same.
called? Dutchins. Dutchins. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, historically, the members of the British aristocracy wouldn't marry for love. They'd marry, you know, for political gain, social gain. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm the Earl of York, and I'm going to marry my daughter to the Earl of Buckinghamshire, so that our two families might inherit a lot of land, you know, stuff like that.
Sure.
And it meant that the British aristocracy didn't really love each other.
They're just
It's like, oh, okay, I'm marrying you. They're marrying their wives or they're marrying their husbands because they got to. So it became acceptable for them to cheat and have sex with other members of the aristocracy.
what they're related to, or just.
I don't know if they're directly related to, but I suppose that, you know, anyone who's not
incest?
directly. No, look, there might be a few cases of incest. I don't know. I don't want to.
I'd be
You know,
surprised.
I don't want to rip on the aristocracy or nothing. In case I get knighted in the future.
Yeah, like fuck you all.
Is that what you'd be if you were knighted? I now pronounce you. Sir Lennon, you may rise. Oh, fuck you, Majesty. I don't need this shit. You
I wouldn't
rip
be
off
there in the first place,
the badge of the garter, just throw it in her face.
I wouldn't be there in the first place if I was like that.
Really?
If
If you offer
why
to
would
get
she?
knighted,
What for? What would?
I don't know, services for good point actually. What would you
In the same way, what would you be knighted for?
Like fuck you.
podcasting.
Oh yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Anyway.
I'll be knighted.
But yeah, I mean, well, you know what they used to do in the I think in the late Victorian period.
Fuck that.
Yeah, but you know how they do it? They had this specific ritual. What they do is, at the appointed bedtime, they'd all go into their rooms and say good night, officially. But a few hours later, what they would do is they'd sneak out of bed, and they'd
Out of bread.
sneak out of bed, and they'd sneak
baguette,
across the corridors into the room of the girl or the man that they wanted to have sex with throughout the night. And the amazing thing is, everybody would sneak out, and occasionally they might even bump into each other, but they just wouldn't look. They just pretend that it didn't happen. And so they'd go into the room of the person they wanted to sleep with, they'd sleep with them, and before the servants officially woke them up, they'd go and sneak back into their rooms and pretend like nothing had happened. And just to hone the point, when they had breakfast downstairs, they would be purposely rude to the person they had sex with to make it seem like nothing had happened at all.
This is weird.
So, for example, if say the Duke was having it away with like the Duchess of Cambridge, and her friends to the Duchess of Cambridge. Yeah, so it might be like really sort of passionately love her during the night and saying like, "Oh, I love you, you're so beautiful," blah 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 blah.
You know what crap?
When the morning comes, he'd be like, "Oh fucking hell, pass the toast, will you, fat bitch?"
Is this literally just like a?
This is actually really true. This is true. In fact, it's so weird. There was an instance of a really rich French woman who was invited over at this country house, and you know what the French are like.
Yeah. No.
They like to have relationships
Yeah.
outside their marriage.
Okay, now I know.
You just like to fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get bored.
Well, this British, I don't know, he was a duke or a earl or something, and at night he sort of during the evening sort of gave her the come-ons,
The what?
the come-ons.
What?
I don't know what the equivalent is during the the late 1800s, but the come-ons. I don't know, maybe a little wink or something.
Come on.
Like the come-ons. Like he showed that he was interested in her by giving her the sort of like I'm going to come on to you, the come-ons.
But jizzing on.
Never heard.
What in the evening before I went to bed?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what the fuck?
I fancy you.
I've never heard the come on. I've never heard of the come. I've never heard of the come-ons as a phrase before.
Is this what you do at clubs?
No, of course not.
I fancy you.
Whip it out and just start beating them.
And how do you know if the girl is interested? Does she swallow it or something?
What the
Everything
fuck?
on her.
No. Well, usually if she doesn't run away screaming, then she kind of likes you.
If she doesn't want to, she's got balls to steal. Anyway, so this British Duke really fancied this French woman who came over, and they did the old. He gave the come-ons to this French girl, who stayed the night at this 18th century manor house during the 1800s.
Yeah.
And in the traditional aristocracy sort of way, at night time, the man sneaked out, went into a room, and they had a passionate lovemaking all night. Now, the French woman did not know about the tradition of being rude to each other, during the breakfast to, put people off the scent. Although I'm pretty sure if you jizzed all over the evening before, it would have been fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the Frenchman didn't notice. So when they went down for breakfast, the Frenchman was still sort of like flirty with her. He's like sort of touching his hand, sort of doing the whole wink and stuff like that. And then the British girl apparently goes, "You're going to pass the fucking toast or not?" And she was so insulted by this that she left.
Oh.
Amazing.
Really?
That's a whole.
Is this a true story?
But that's a true story, yeah.
That's weird.
Great.
So, what's your opinion of everything that Steve just said?
It's alright.
Don't care. You probably lost it by hitting his
It's a
head.
bit weird.
Bit weird.
Like Ben, do you think...
that they have to sneak around, but they kind of know they're doing it.
What would
At
you
the
do?
same
if
Oh
time.
yeah, everyone knew that everyone was doing it. They just
But they still
shone about
sneaking
it.
it. It's just weird. How
What?
that they had that approach to sex and relationships.
What would you do in that
But I
situation?
guess
Yeah, you wouldn't care. You just
they're in charge of everything. So they don't give a fuck about that shit.
Well, he'd be a little more forward with his coming on.
Jizz all over her.
Come on.
The come on. Oh, you know how to tell the come on?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. The come on.
Who? Where? How? Where'd you learn that?
I told you, it's like showing that a man is coming on to
I know
you.
what you mean.
The come on.
It makes sense. But where did you learn it?
I don't know.
Who have you heard use it?
I don't know. Actually, I just thought.
Perhaps you've just invented it.
But it sounds really good.
No, it doesn't. It sounds.
The come on.
When you said the come ons, did you see both me and Ben look at you like this? Like, what the fuck's he talking about?
No.
What's he fucking talking about, bro?
Oh, shut up.
Back on to Killer Death Robots.
Well,
Politics of it.
the politics is quite interesting actually because, well, I don't know. First, I assume that if we live in a world in which robots do all the jobs for us, I imagine that there's a strong source of energy.
Yeah.
So would this be, say, a nuclear fusion world?
Might be, probably. Or maybe even something like solar and nuclear fusion combined, or just still using up all the coal, like
A lot.
But still, robots are alright efficient. They don't use that much energy.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know.
I
They shouldn't do. It's only like little servo motors. Depends how strong they are. Really.
Well, I don't know how it would affect the economy and
The question is,
political nature. I mean,
who would do politics? Would the robots be doing it for you?
No.
Uh-oh.
it would be the humans.
Okay, but it could be because they're smarter than you.
But they have no soul.
They have
no feelings.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as a soul.
What you're saying that people are going to build politician robots programmed to get as far in politics as possible.
Yeah, they're
I
programmed.
will
They're
promise
programmed
you
to
an
answer
infinite number
answer
of
the least
jobs
questions.
and control of immigration.
Yeah, they're programmed to answer the least questions.
Do you want a repeat of 9/11 to happen in this country? Then vote for robot.
But
Does robot have your vote, Ben?
No.
If you vote for robot, then weed will be legalised.
You got my vote.
Oh, it is easy. Perhaps we should make a robot that's programmed for politics.
But imagine it wouldn't talk like that because...
Unless they had a really funny sense of humour, the creators.
Yeah, exactly, because it could talk just like we could. Or it might not even be a walking, talking thing. It's smarter. It can see all the connected things. It should be able to connect all the dots out of all the problems, so it knows if I do this, this will happen. And it'll be able to emulate what's going to happen.
But Ben, actually, this is a moral philosophical question. Say robots were programmed to sort of think like humans and were just as smart as humans. Would they be alive? Would they be a person?
You have to ask them.
What if they're programmed just to say yes?
Well, are we
Which, you know what I mean?
programmed just to say yes?
Do you know what I mean? If,
Well, then what's the difference
if a robot
between
is
them and us?
programmed... Yeah, exactly. I mean, in terms of... I suppose they're as smart as us. I say we can build them to look like us.
If they're aware of themselves in the same way as we are.
Then do they...
Then-
Are they alive?
Yeah, in a way.
Are they alive, though?
Well, yeah, because there's probably not much difference between them and us.
There's a lot of
Especially...
differences. I mean,
Especially...
they're made up of wires and nuts and bolts and electricity, and we're bones and we're
Cells and...
It doesn't matter what you're made up of, though.
related sort of creatures, aren't we?
Because if you've got to think of it kind of mathematically in like how the construct of it. So say, its brain might look different, but it still operates in the same way. So if they say we went with the neural network kind of thing, it's still using, like a vector kind of neural network kind of system.
I'm going to have to jump in here and say that. I mean, as a believing Christian,
Are you really though?
What?
You really believe that crap? You really can
We're
you?
going to get... This is a different topic.
I mean, are you really... Can you
Wait,
generally
let me
say...
finish. Look, as a Christian, I believe in the
Yeah.
concept of a soul, so I would believe that a robot wasn't technically alive.
So, whoa.
Or...
Right.
Unless God puts a soul in a robot.
What's a soul, though?
It's you.
That's your brain.
No, that's the physical.
It's your
Um,
brain.
It's a physical sort of
No,
thing
it isn't a
that's your
physical
thoughts.
thing.
And you think it transcends death?
As I told you, it's actually more of a mathematical thing. When I did the neural
Right.
network things, it's not an existing thing. It's just the maths that works through. That's the whole way. It doesn't actually exist as an entity. It's all software. You are software running on hardware.
Nah.
And maybe that soul is the software?
Nah.
Soul is
No.
just a word, dude.
Yeah,
What
soul
do you
is
mean?
just a word then. There's nothing else that makes you you apart from that. Apart from maybe your genes.
Apart from your language and your
What about
ability to
my genes?
understand.
No, shut up. Your genetic makeup then.
I mean, I think the brain is like a processor, isn't it?
Yes, it's a... Yeah, okay.
The soul is like it's,
What do you mean by soul?
So you believe that...
it's the part of you that's not physical. It's
Even-
not. It's the spiritual part of you.
Say if we were
I think that's
able
the best way to
to
describe
recreate
it.
your brain one-to-one, but only like there's a mathematical topology and stuff. Only like all the different connections.
Yeah.
And it didn't really exist, but we recreated it mathematically in a computer.
Yeah.
And then we popped that computer inside a robot,
Yeah.
and then we got it to walk around and claim it was Steve. Is it Steve?
No.
It doesn't have your soul. Where did the soul get lost?
What do you mean?
Where did it cease? Where did the soul get lost to?
Well, it's still in the. Wait. So what did you do? Did you
We copied your brain.
Well, it's still in me then, isn't it? The soul is still in my
Yeah,
body.
yeah, no, but where did we not? What did we fail in transferring them?
It's impossible to transfer the soul. Unless, I suppose, you literally stick my whole body inside the robot.
But what is the soul then? How do you know about it if we can't even define it? We don't even know what it
It's
is.
just an illusion. It's like a made-up ego.
Well, I mean,
It's just a made-up ego thing that we just kind of perpetuate and make up.
Zebedee, what do you think?
Does he have a soul?
Does a cat have a soul?
Is he aware of himself in the sense
I
that he's a
think
name?
I
and
don't
everything?
know, actually. You might do.
Is he not worthy of a soul?
You might have a little cat soul.
Every animal has a soul in that case, do you think? And then what happens to that soul?
It goes to... depending on
Cat
the animal.
heaven.
Yeah, cat heaven.
Well, cat hell.
Has Zebedee been a good guy? Is
God,
he going to
he's-
cat heaven?
Right, we've
He's
deviated
done-
here. We need...
What do you mean?
This-
How's a cat supposed to be good? How's a cat supposed to lead a good cat life?
It does
Do
good
all
cat
these good
things.
cat things.
It chases its tail, it scratches out
it
fleas.
eats birds. Is that bad? Does that mean he's going to cat hell?
Only if he does it too often.
Right.
What's
He's
the
a
morality
wild
for a
animal.
cat?
He's a wild animal. His instincts are to eat and to screw.
Well, I think... Did you ever see that...
And to survive.
Did you ever see that movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven?
No.
Really?
No.
Ben,
Sounds
Ben,
rubbish.
did you see that movie, All Dogs Go
No,
to
he's
Heaven?
probably not seen it as well.
No.
Oh, well, it just stresses that all dogs go to heaven because they're cute in the sense. I was assuming that might be the same for cats. All cats might go to heaven.
Why?
But it hasn't done
Why?
anything wrong.
Yeah, but only from our morality. You never know. Their morality might be completely
We just
different.
make it
I
up,
told
dude.
you about morality.
Maybe maybe sitting right there in that spot is considered the worst thing to a cat, and it is breaking every law, and it's going to burn in cat hell for this. But you don't know.
17 move. Move, for God's sake, move.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so you don't know. Maybe that's a sacred spot. Yeah. So you can't know what. Cat
Maybe he's
morality
demigod.
is.
Maybe he's the Jesus of the cat world.
what
He's
purpose?
waiting till
What end?
he's waiting till he's a bit old before he starts preaching his ministry to the other cats of the neighbourhood. Turn to cat god.
So
Oh my god. Stupid.
stupid. So what about ants?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
You take
okay.
it down to
How-
every
how-
single
yeah.
insect, every little organism, every piece
What
of
about
bacteria.
a bacteria?
Does that have a soul?
Oh, not bacteria.
Oh
Shut up,
right.
that's where you draw the
okay,
line.
too small.
That's the line you draw.
Well, okay, where did I
Where's
cross
it
the line?
Too
small.
Or give me an animal or something, and I'll tell you if it's got a soul or not. Ants do, but they're very, 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 very tiny ant souls.
Dust mites.
Very tiny inside of the ants.
Dust mites. are
Midges.
really small. Midges. Fuck midges. They don't have a soul.
They have tiny souls.
They have tiny, tiny
Spiders.
souls.
They have souls. Tiny souls.
Stupid.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. What are those?
How do you know this?
Is
Though?
there-
Have you tested?
is there-
That's the
I can
problem
confirm
with
they
you-
have
that's
this.
the problem with you scientists.
I confirm they have this entity that I have made up in my brain.
I mean, have you ever seen your
Mm.
brain? How do you know it exists?
I'm pretty sure it exists.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
all
did
it
try
exists
and I
too,
had to cut it out and have a look at it for a little bit, and I was like, all right, yep, that's definitely
Well, it
If
was
it
the
didn't
same
exist,
principle
you
as
wouldn't
that.
be talking.
Imagine looking
like
at your own
that.
brain.
Well, if a
That'd be
soul
weird.
didn't exist, you wouldn't exist.
What's a soul, dude? You're
It's,
just
it's, I
making
told
up
you,
shit.
it's
It's not the soul. It's just your
Okay,
brain. It's just
if
your
I
machine,
start-
right?
If I start...
Do you know how you do what you do? Do you know how you
Right.
manage to be conscious, beat your heart, do everything? You're made up of like millions and millions and millions of cells.
well, maybe
Each
there's
of them
well,
have a cell.
well,
Have a soul.
what about if there's
I'm going to-
another way of thinking?
I'm
What
going
about
to
the
lie
way
you down on a table, okay? Thought experiment time, yeah?
Okay.
And then I'm going to remove one cell at a time, okay?
How?
It doesn't matter. I'm just
A
gonna,
tweezer.
Yeah, with a microscopic tweezer, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to do it pretty fast because otherwise you'll
Okay,
grow
yeah,
faster
yeah,
than I
yeah,
can
yeah,
remove.
Yeah, okay.
At what point have I taken your soul away?
Oh, fuck! I've got a huge ass lump on my head.
I think what happens is if you make a little hole, the soul slowly starts to escape. Luckily,
Where?
humans tend to heal, but if you're supposed to keep picking them out, eventually the soul's just gonna
Creep
slip
out your
through
leg
the
and
hole.
you'll just go... You'll just collapse or cease to become divine or something.
It's a slow thing. It's like
What if you keep your mouth open like this? Will your soul slowly move out your mouth?
no, because when you try and go out, the reflex action makes you gag it back down.
Oh, right,
again.
okay.
Like like that, you know. The soul is a mysterious thing. It's not something I don't think that can be detected with, physical.
Then why is it
Instruments.
necessary? You know, it's in the
Just
same
is.
way as God that you've
Well,
got to...
okay, look, it's not necessary to exist in the physical.
Same
sort
way you
of
made
plane.
up God, you made
I
up
mean, that's why
soul.
you can
You
have
don't-
like a robot, but it's just something that I suppose is used when you enter a spiritual realm. I'll have to read up on it actually and come back and do a proper debate on the soul if you like. 'cause
Okay,
we're
well-
deviating from the
Well,
topic
we are going
here.
to have a religion special at some point where
We
we
will.
just pan the fuck out of you, right?
We'll do that next time.
And we get yes,
As
well,
in,
and we'll home down my arguments and thought experiments a little bit more, so they're more annoying for you
Okay.
to answer, which
eh,
is always fun. And we'll try not to talk about that one for 40 minutes.
Do you reckon we've covered everything about robots in the future?
No, because we haven't covered the philosophy of it.
Is it right, Ben?
Philosophy. Well, what the hell are we going to do with our time if everything's done by machines?
I don't know. This is your
You're the
chance.
philosopher.
You've got to find meaning in the world and what the point
There
is.
no. You have to create your own. That's the whole point.
So what if there's nothing to do that is productive for mankind?
I mean, even robots might be programmed to make the best art in the world, so even painting might be.
Yeah.
a
So
redundant
you're
sort
not
of
doing
skill.
anything productive. Then what's the point? What is the new meaning of life? You're not making any progress because the robots can do it much faster than you and much better.
To be creative, I guess. So.
How?
Just art in general, like movies.
But the
Love
robots
stories.
could do it.
Now, when I
Well,
look
there's
at this
creative arts.
orange, tell me now, what do you see?
What are you
Let's
talking about?
get creative. Do you remember? Did you ever
Oh
see that?
no, not that.
Oh, you remember it.
What are you talking about? It's crazy.
Come on,
You just-
guys, let's
you
get
just interrupted
creative.
me.
Sorry,
Fuck
Ben. Sorry,
you. My
go on.
philosophical views
Not
on
like you.
shit.
You'd never interrupt me, of course, but go on. Ben. You keep going.
You're getting restless, Steve.
Well, if you can't, if there's nothing to do being productive, I don't know, man. It's like, what else do you do with your time? Yeah.
What's the point? What do you think is then the meaning of life? What would you do? Is it to sit there with sitting
I
around
feel
with
like-
virtual reality goggles, just
Enjoying
all kinds of
enjoying
different
the ride
things,
any way possible.
doing anything that you can that someone has managed? Well, the computers will design VR experiences maybe for you, and you could live in those.
That's the only thing you can do.
Virtual reality.
That's all we do with our spare time anyway. is try
Or
and
could
enjoy
we
it.
invent virtual pods or tanks where we go inside it and we get sent into a sort of dreamlike state where we live out the best possible life ever? Can that be?
Yeah,
What would
yeah,
happen
you could.
in a world where
Yeah.
robots do everything.
You could
Well,
be
yeah.
doing that right now. You could be in one of those pods where where a world has gone completely down to, completely
I
down
don't
the
think so because I know
direction
better
of robots.
friends. If that was the case.
Fuck you. Well, but
So, I mean-
but it's
If
perhaps
I was in
you're-
that world, I'd have friends.
you
who
decided perhaps when you got into the pod, you're like, I want a normal, balanced, ups and downs.
That doesn't sound like
fun,
me at all.
Fun kind of
That
life.
doesn't sound like me. I want to be emperor of the world.
Well, maybe you tried Emperor of the World.
With
and it was
blackjacks and hookers.
Yeah,
In fact, forget being emperor.
but it turned out to be boring.
So I said, could you let me have the pod,
So
please?
no. So you lived that life.
Oh, guys,
you,
could you let me have the pod, please?
you left. No, you finished that experience because you finish your experience and it goes. You come out, da, 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 and you're like, oh right, I'm bored. alright, time for another experience. And then you're like, alright, let's try
But I forgot.
Stephen Gardner. Yeah, and then...
Oh, I'm not actually Stephen Gardner. I'm some guy who's trying out different lives.
Yeah, you're a guy in Stephen Gardner's, feeling what it's like.
I'm that guy's soul.
No, there's nothing to do with souls. We're not talking about souls, otherwise we'll go back to religion and I'll pan you. Okay? Pan, it means, wreck.
Yeah, because you're full of shit.
Yeah, wreck. To ruin you.
I think that's pretty much everything covered. We talked about the economics, we talked about a bit of the philosophy.
Yeah.
We talked about, before we finish up, Ben, why don't you reveal what me and Dom's words were?
Me and Dom... well, no. I know what your word
You
was.
said it once.
Oh,
didn't
go on, guess it. Are you going to take a risk? And
I'm going to have to guess one
you?
of
Did
them.
you say it
aren't I?
once?
Yeah, I did.
You only said it once. You said it twice.
Me?
Did you guess it?
Well, he looked at...
I said it 3 times.
You didn't? When did you say it the third time?
I'll tell you when, if Dom guesses the words.
Was it carbonated?
Yes, it was.
It was,
Was
but
it?
I still win because Ben was very, very much cheating and hinting what my word was.
Well, it wasn't.
He said it more than once. Look, it's somewhere here. That's what
no,
you're doing.
I
You
thought
know,
you
yeah,
picked
you
it up
did.
and said it again.
It was very, very oddly placed, like, oh, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad, dude.
I said it 3 times though.
Yeah, you said it 3 times, but you got discovered. You got discovered, this is the point.
Yeah, but Ben helped.
Very,
Very much.
I did not.
And that is cheating.
What was my word? This is just because you don't have a clue what mine is, do you?
He's been talking so much.
Yeah, I've been zoning out to be honest, half of what you've been saying.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, you've given Dom clues about what it. Give me a clue, Ben.
I don't know how to give a clue about it.
I just give a clue.
How would you give a clue about that word? Just kind of.
Let's just
I
start with.
kind of want to go direction and magnitude.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you won't get it.
You won't get it.
I don't know what
It's a mathematical term. So
What?
it's a mathematical term. Well, it's less of a mathematical term, more of a kind of physical term. And I fudged it in somewhere that you probably will never know. And only if someone is very knowledgeable on the subject will they know that I fudged it in there.
Oh, go on, what is it?
It's vector.
I don't even remember saying
Yeah,
it.
I said vector after I said something about neural networks. I just fudged a clever sounding words that you know. I fudged a clever sounding words that put together, and it worked.
Well done. Yeah, I can see.
Carbonated and vector.
Carbonated and vector. I like that.
Where'd you get vector? That's too much of a clever word for you.
This is not.
He was thinking of Despicable Me. Have you ever watched Despicable Me?
No.
The villain is called Vector, and he goes, I chose it because it means I choose my crimes with direction and magnitude. Because vector is something with direction and magnitude. It's a number with a direction and magnitude. Which is quite clever, actually.
I suppose.
Fair enough.
Well, this has been another...
That's probably the only reason you know it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's pretty depressing.
We'll do the ending now.
No, I'm just saying that. Did you know what apart from that, or was it literally Despicable Me?
Well, I know it's a maths thing, but
How did you come up with that? Well, like, why did that suddenly pop into your head?
Just did. It's just a good word.
We'll talk about that.
It's a
We're
good
going to end the
obscure.
podcast now, so quiet, guys, please.
That's not very nice.
I say quiet, guys, please.
Oh,
how nice do you want me to be?
Do you want to go, man?
You want to bro down?
No, go.
No, you don't. Don't bro down.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. A bro down.
South Park?
Broadway Brodown.
Yeah, Broadway bro
What's
down.
bro down?
We got it recorded actually downstairs.
Really?
Broadway Brodown. You know, have you seen that? We don't know.
Yeah.
With the blowjobs
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Broadway shows.
Take
Blowjobs.
me to that special place. That blowjob.
It's so fun. It's so funny.
Randy's one is
Well, yeah.
really great. You know.
Randy's just brilliant. He's so crazy.
Hello, miss. Would you mind giving me a blowjob? Oh, I don't know. I'm not that sort of girl. A blowjob is not with your mouth. It's with your heart. Now get on your knees and put that heart to work. Will this make it into the podcast? Who knows? The future is truly exciting. Advances in technology There's no knowing what human society will look like.
Why are you all hardcore on the dramatic stuff?
Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of 3 Ps in a Podcast. Just a reminder, we post a podcast every other Friday. That's one podcast every 2 weeks, so keep a lookout for those. I'm Stephen Gardner, Dominic Lennon, and Ben Lennon. Saying goodbye. See you next time.